Hey guys, Otto from Everything Amiibo here with a review of the Charizard Amiibo. Hello and welcome to Everything Amiibo. So yeah guys, I'm back with another review, and yes, it's been a very long time since I've uploaded an Amiibo review, but I've been trying to make more Amiibo content, and especially stuff that doesn't have to do with Smash Bros, because I already have a lot of Smash Bros content. So here's a review for you guys. Basically, the reason that I've not been doing reviews for so long is because nobody really cared about them, and I spend a lot of time on them. They're quite not difficult rather, it's just quite a lot of effort going into researching each of these things and like writing it all up and everything. So if you guys do appreciate this video, please leave a like and comment below and tell me if you do like these or if you would like my time spent elsewhere. Anyway, without further ado guys, let's review Charizard the Amiibo. The Charizard Amiibo, rather. So, as usual, but for many of my new subscribers you won't know this, I split up my reviews into 3 different sections: build quality, detail, and character. We always start off with build quality. So, if you just feel Charizard in your hand, he's really heavy compared to the other Amiibo. And also, just like many that are this more circular shape with heavier on the bottom here, he's really steady. So that's super good. Of course, there does have to be this little stand thing. There are Amiibo like Link, for example, that have the stand but still aren't steady. So at least, even though he has the stand, he's still completely 100% steady. So that's really good. His wings could be a point of disappointment, but nope, they're even more steady than Ike's cape, and you would not believe how steady that cape is. It stays in place no matter what. These wings are pretty much made of the same stuff as the normal bit. The Charizard, really solid. On the out here, there's a bit of a chance of bending it, but it's not going to stay bent, that's for sure. So, the last thing, which is quite bad actually, because overall his build quality was pretty good, is that he's got too many parts on him. So if we take a look at his back here, you should be able to tell that this wing, this midsection, and then the normal bit of the Charizard are all separate pieces that they've then had to glue or whatever together. So it looks quite bad looking onto it from the back, because you can see the lines where they had to glue it onto it. And then if you take a look at his tail here, if my shadow doesn't get in the way rather, you can see the tail is a fully separate part. Same with this leg here, and this leg here, even more obvious from the front side here. Both of his arms, and just many other pieces on him. So it's quite disappointing how they couldn't try and keep it all in one mold, or for example, Ike maybe has some different pieces, but it's covered up by his clothes or whatever. So yeah, his joints are just really visible, which kind of detracts from him, which I will talk about later in the details section. So, okay, maybe not later, because now it's time for the detail section. Alright, so he almost has this real cartoon look, like on Toad, for example, Pikachu especially, where you just sit him there, you look at him, and especially from further away, he just looks like he could just pop to life. Not like Ike or Samus or Link or something. He looks different. He looks like he's real, but he's a cartoon. It's really cool. But unfortunately, as you bring him a little closer, unlike Pikachu or something, that effect sort of goes away with all of these little creases and everything. And just generally, he's not quite as smooth and perfectly done as them. He has a few painting errors. We'll take a little tour around Charizard to try and find those. If you look on his belly, maybe you can't see, but there are a couple of marks and scuffs. Some of them I probably made myself, but hey, that's the price I pay for doing a review this slow. Right there, you can see some black on his wing. Again, I'm pretty sure I did that. Here's something I most definitely did not do. you should be able to just make it out on the camera if you look along his wings at the bottom here. Because this color is far, far more dark than this orange color, it sort of seeps through because they haven't put enough paint or whatever on, and takes away from the overall look of his wings. They look a bit moldy or something. Also, just remembered up here by his wing, very much off. It looks like maybe they printed that bit of paint on or something, and they just printed it off. You can see they forgot to color in a bit up here. And yeah, there are a couple other errors around about him. There on his tail, you can see, if we can get a focus. Sometimes I cannot tell for the life of me if it's actually focusing. You can see he's got quite a few little bits chipped off. There's some extra paint right there where his tail meets his body. So yeah, more painting errors than most Amiibo, but again, it could just be this specific one that I got. If we take a look at his fire here, again, it's that same type of fire as Mario and anybody else that has fire on them. They just use this totally different type of plastic, and I really like how they use it. I think it works for fire, and it's always very sturdy, which is nice. Sometimes like special effects like that or something may not be very sturdy. So then, yeah, that's about it. He's all around just, yeah, he just looks really nice. He gives off this aura of just being like a nice Amiibo. But when you really look close, he's not that well detailed. His head is very nice, actually. His head is very well detailed. He's not that well detailed, but he also doesn't have that perfect cartoon look that some of the less detailed Amiibo have. So yeah, moving on to character, guys. This, of course, is Charizard, and it's the one and only Charizard. Yes, his color is a bit different. You probably can't tell on the video. I really can't tell if you can tell on the video. This is a difficult one because color changes depending on your monitor, depending on the video quality, etc., etc. But he's a much brighter, almost neon orange when compared to him from the most recent games, say, in the 3D engine or in official art. He seems to be a bit more tamed down, but he changes his color at every generation anyway, and I really, really, really like the orange they've chosen for this Amiibo. But yeah, it's still Charizard. He's going to work for every single Charizard game. If he's in if there's a Pokemon game that involves Amiibo, and it works with this Charizard, it's like, what the heck? He could easily be from a Pokemon game, not Smash Bros. So that would work regardless. That's awesome. Definitely reusable, but unfortunately he doesn't have any other games yet to be used in, so there is that. The pose that he's in, it really reflects his Smash Bros. Character, I must say. He'd be fine to use in another game, like a Pokemon game, but let's be honest, nobody really thinks of Charizard this way until after they played Smash. In Smash, he's very, very heavy, slow, likes to be on the ground a lot, which I think is kind of ironic, and very, very different from the cartoon or from the video game Charizard. So you'd expect Charizard to be like flying through the air all the time. That's kind of his signature thing. Maybe letting out like a flamethrower, but he doesn't do it like in the game. It's not like out of his mouth and onto the ground. Like he often puts his head up like straight forward and just fires a flamethrower like that across, to hit a Pokemon or whatever in the cartoons. But yeah, it doesn't really reflect his Pokemon character. I would expect something like, if I were to make one for the games, him flying, or maybe in that awesome pose that he is in a bunch of the official art where he's got his head up and like his two arms up and he's like, yeah. But yeah, that would be awesome. But we're stuck with this Smash character, but if you take it as a Smash Charizard, it really does reflect him. It really looks like his pose in game and the type of character he is, really resting on those massive legs of his and then grabbing you and keeping you close and just swiping about and just being like... In fact, I think all of his taunts involve stomping at one point. It's hilarious. But yeah, still a great pose for a Smash Bros. Character. So anyway, guys, I decided to give Charizard an overall score of 9.0 out of 10. Definitely a solid score, but there's really nothing too special about him once you really look deeply. Still an amazing amiibo to look at, just something special about him. If you really like Charizard, and, you know, even if you don't have anything to use him with, he's an awesome amiibo to have. I'm a big fan of the Pokemon Charizard, so I wanted to get this as soon as amiibo were announced for Smash Bros. But anyway, guys, that's the end of my review. If you did enjoy that video, please leave a like. And if you would comment below and tell me if you want more of this stuff or if you want my time spent elsewhere. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys later.